Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings, clinical students. I shall be navigating in this video through the Student Consult website. Why? Because the book I've been using for the radiology sessions, that is Learning Radiology, Recognizing the Basics, has a book code that is redeemed that gives me access to the ebook on the Student Consult. And if you downloaded this app for the Student Consult, it's the Inkling books, you will also be accessing your books. Now, why do I like the Student Consult? Because much of the books that we use are linked to it. And what I like most about my book is that the full access is given to the radiology book. So I shall be showing you how is it like to have this book on internet. So let's get started. Because I have an established account on Student Consult, I can log in, and I encourage all of you, if you have books that you did not redeem their code, to redeem them and establish an account on Student Consult, which is very easy. So now I'll be logging in through my email address. Now, since I'm logged in, once I enter my email and password, it will send me directly to my library, where I can see all the books that I either have bought some of their chapters for free, or I have redeemed their codes. For example, Robin's Basic Pathology, Guyton and Hall Medical Physiology, and Nelson Essentials of Pediatrics, MacLeod, and Hacker, and Learning Radiology, Recognizing the Basics are all books that I have redeemed their codes, while these three books are those who I have searched for in the e-library that is provided by the Student Consult. Now, as you can see in this book, this is what happens when I open Guyton's Physiology. But look, some of the chapters should be bought, and they're not accessed unless you buy them. Same as Hacker and more. They're not all opened, and some of them you should buy. But when I go to this book, you will find the amazing experience that they are showing you. As you can see here, all of the books, chapters, are opened, and none of them I need to buy online. So we have videos that are provided, and these are different videos. And each chapter I open has all of its sections with provided videos and pictures. But the most important things are the learning resources. That is, we have a self-assessment quizzes. And these are quizzes related to the chapters. And from here, the journey of fun begins. Much quizzes are provided by this book to ensure that you're learning good. That is, as we can see in this chapter, when I open its quizzes that I have answered actually, they give you the answer with the explanation, and even if you answered wrong, they tell you Why? And there's your scoreboard, and you can begin all over. So this is for the self-assessment quizzes, where you're asked about pathologies and certain things. As for this one, this is an appendix for normal imaging anatomy quizzes. That is, if I wanted to test myself in some anatomical points, if I picked, for example, the chest, you can see that there are multiple pictures, and if I try to test myself in one, I can start by first guessing it, then I click it to see if it's true or not. This enhances the way I have caught some of the concepts, and it clarifies things more. So let's get back. Here are multiple things that you can test. For example, not only X-ray, you can examine yourself in the abdomen and pelvis CT, as well as other CTs. And this further enhances the way you catch things. Let me open the chest CT. In the chest CT, we have the 5 vessel level, then the arch and aortopulmonary window, and so on and so forth. The same sections that we have explained in the course earlier. Now, if we went to the other appendix, we can see that these are even more challenging. These things challenge those who want to link between their clinical sense and radiology. And these are very amusing to anyone who wants to test further their knowledge. And the adding that I really have loved and I have used a lot when I have presented, and that is the ABCs of heart disease. There are multiple things more than we know about X-ray and chest X-ray itself. That's why this has benefited me, for example, to know that the shadow was for the superior vena cava rather than the ascending aorta. Without reading it in the ABCs of the heart disease, I couldn't have known. So this is a really good appendix to read from. Now, if we proceeded to the other one, that is what to order when. I know there's an E, but this is more important. What to order when. This is an evidence-based criteria by the American College of Radiology, appropriateness. And when I click on a certain thing, it gives me how likely would a certain radiographic or radiological modality help me in a certain complaint that the patient has. So for example, if I had a patient with acute pancreatitis, it will lead me to another document, which is a document that tells me that based on the presentation of the patient, I can say what's the most appropriate thing, and based on the radiation level, it helps me as well. So as you can see, this is a good thing for practice, especially for those going for America as a specialty. So as you can see, it's very good. And it gives you here a summary of a literature review, which is a good thing as a physician to have judgment that is evidence-based. And as you can see here, we have multiple conditions that are commonly encountered and we can use. So this is a good thing that I've been stressing on the whole time. That is how to enhance your terminologies when talking about radiology. And this is a good thing for you to know so you can communicate well if you are a physician with the radiologist. And if the radiologist wants to tell you something, if he told you something in a term that he uses, you can understand what he means. And so you can both help the patient and serve him better. And this is a very, very good thing for you both to know. After all, there are multiple appendices yet, and multiple amazing things. And I'm telling you this as I have experienced this book and I have almost ended reading it. And actually, I have left like 2 or 3 chapters and I will be ending this book. And it was the most amazing adding to my clinical life. Returning to the preface now, that's the last thing I want to show. It's because it is an inspiring one and it has inspired me always with its words and always the last sentence that they end with. Thank you very much for staying until now, and I will be hopefully seeing you in the next videos. Thank you very much.